Welcome back to a Fortnite video with me, Royal Demon. And now I'm going to talk about how to deal with tough enemies on higher power levels. Now, as you know, all the starting weapons are usually, well, they're good for several levels, but sooner or later you're going to reach the point where you're like at power level 15, 19. They're going to be less effective because the standard rare weapon has a power level of 10, which is going to be effective against enemies below power level 10, or power level 10 I'd say. But if you're like playing a power level 15 mission, then power level 10 weapons are going to be less effective. I mean, you can still kill enemies with it, don't get me wrong, but it's going to take more shots, and more shots means more ammo, which means you have to craft more ammo. You spend more time on killing enemies, and if you play solo, that means it's going to take longer for you to kill enemies while they keep swarming your fort, and it's really going to be better if you have higher level weapons and traps. But then you're probably, how do I get those? Just from the llamas and all that? Sure, yeah, you can find, in llamas you get a lot of stuff, like most of the stuff you see here I got as rewards for missions, or I got from a llama. So it definitely pays off to check that out. Let me quickly show you that. As you can see here, you can buy them with V-Bucks, and if you're like wondering V-Bucks how to get, I'll get to that in a moment. And you can get stuff from launch event llamas, and you need founders coins, and I'll also show you that right now. So what you need to do is, if you get a bit further in the story, you'll unlock more missions, not just the main quest. You get side quests, you get challenges, and you also get daily missions. These daily missions are really good. I already completed all mine, but you get every day one new daily mission, and you can have up to 3 daily missions active at the same time. You get 50 V-Bucks for it, and for 100 you can buy a new llama, as you can see here. See, you can buy an upgrade llama, and you also get, for every daily mission you complete, you also get 20 founders coins, and for every 100 founders coins you can buy a launch event llama. Also useful, there's even more stuff in the launch event llamas. So that's how you can get stuff, but you can also get rewards for missions and all that. Now, and then you get to the point like, well, okay, I get like a cool weapon, like even if you get like an epic weapon like this greatsword, it's power level 15. And that's good for a while, but as I said, you keep going higher power levels. How is that weapon going to be useful after a while? Well, as you can see, I have here an epic weapon that's power level 27. So let me click on that. And as you can see, I've fully maxed it up at the first point to level 10. Now, I can't level it up further because I need to unlock a skill for that, but it pretty much comes down to, let me show you a weapon I haven't uploaded yet, like this sniper rifle. If you click on it, it says you can level it up. You can do that with schematics XP. That's different than your XP you use for your heroes and survivors. Survivors even have a different type of XP. Again, that's survivor XP. But the schematics XP you use for the schematics for your weapons and traps. And this is very useful if you do that, because every time you level them up, they become more effective. And having a level 20 or power level 27 assault rifle is going to melt enemies at power level 15, for example. I mean, it still takes a couple of shots to beat them, but, you know, it's going to do more damage, and it's going to be more effective. Like, this is a level 10 rare shotgun. It's going to be really effective, more than at power level 10. And this is what you need to do. The same counts for traps, by the way. That works the same way as with weapons. You can level them up. This one is also max level. Let's see. That's a healing pod. This one, like this one. This one I haven't leveled up yet. So you can level this one up. Just the same idea. You just level up every time. It uses the same XP as you use for weapons. See, traps and weapons use the same schematics XP. So keep that in mind. And my advice for you is pick 1 or 2 weapons you really like. I pick a shotgun and a assault rifle that I focus the most on, and 1 or 2 traps that you really like, and level those up as well. Because once again, you don't have a lot of XP, so you can't level everything up. So you better focus just on a couple of weapons and use and traps, and use those. You build those, and then you can use them. Keep in mind that if you upgrade a weapon, let's say you already crafted a weapon, let's say this pistol at power level 15, you craft this one, but then you upgrade the schematic, because you upgrade the schematic, not the weapon itself. You upgrade the schematic and then you make the weapon. But if you first make the weapon and then upgrade the schematic, the weapon is not that level. So first upgrade the schematic, then build the weapon. That's the smart move, because otherwise you still get a low level weapon and then you upgrade the schematic. That's not a smart move, but I can see how some people might make that mistake. Anyway, that's what I wanted to say about that. It's a good way to deal with tougher enemies, and it makes it easier to beat higher level missions on your own, by the way. If you want to play on your own, this is the best way to do it. If you don't upgrade your weapons, you're going to get in trouble. And my advice is really pick like 1, 2, at max 3 weapons and 3 traps that you really like, that are really effective, and use those the most. And that's my advice for you, to be better at beating enemies at higher levels. And you can do that still on your own. Like, I'm still playing solo mostly, and I beat the missions, which is good. And it really helps by leveling up the weapons. And now I've told you how you can do it. Another way to get XP, you can get XP from missions and all that. You can discard weapons and all as well. Let me show you something I'm not using anymore. Like this weapon. Can I? No, I can't do that. It's one of the starter weapons. This one, like, I don't like this weapon. It's a low one. If I recycle it, like I press X, I get 200 XP for it. And of course, the higher level the trap or weapon is, the more XP I get back for it. So you don't have to wait till you earn it for a mission or find XP in one of the llamas. You can also discard weapons and traps and you get XP for that as well. This is a great way to get some extra XP if you really want to level up some of your weapons. I hold on to a lot of stuff. I could easily, half of this stuff I could recycle and get a lot of XP for that, so I can level up my weapons and my traps. So don't worry if you don't have a lot of XP. You can get it by discarding stuff you don't use, you don't like. Quickly adding to that, you can also put stuff in your collection book here. Like if you have duplicates, you don't have to immediately recycle or discard them or retire them if they're persons. You can also just put them in the book if you have a duplicate, and that also gets you rewards. As you can see at the top of the screen, it shows my next reward is going to be a loot llama at level 31 of the collection book. So it really pays off to do that as well. It also gives you good rewards. So if you have duplicates, don't be too quick to get rid of them. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say about this. Hopefully this helps you with beating tougher enemies and higher level of power level missions. Just level up your stuff. Also level up your heroes, of course. Don't keep your heroes at lower levels. Also level them up, because otherwise they take more damage. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say about this. I thank you for watching and hope to see you in another video. Bye bye.